Miss Lori and Michelle. Hi, ladies. Hi, Rose. TMCG. What's going on, y'all?
Lady Lurie, hey friend, did you have a good afternoon?
I had a fucking fabulous
Michelle
afternoon.
Roman 27, hello friend.
Hi, Lovey.
I got my supplies ready.
Yay. Hi, Craft. 911. Welcome in, ladies.
TMCG
Welcome
Christine,
in.
hello honey.
Hi, Carlene. How is everybody doing? Happy hump day. Hi, Scarlett. Hi, Craft.
Good evening.
Hi, Jar. Hi, Mimi.
Hello, Berletta Trembeth, hello ladies.
Welcome in,
Scarlett Rose,
TLC,
good afternoon,
Miss
lady.
Jeanette. Woo woo. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Michelle.
Jeanette, hey.
Hi. You didn't
Mimi
miss
1961,
anything.
did I miss the list you were going to post?
Oh, I did post it. It's two
Samantha
file
Miller.
folders.
Second drop.
Hello. Two file folders. Two file folders.
Second drop.
We are going to use two file folders. Does it matter?
Scarlet Rose, I haven't bought file folders yet, so I am just watching today.
That's fine, Scarlett. I will
Amber,
after.
will you still be doing this when you have the babies?
Yes, I will still be doing the Sub-Only
And
Lives
Miss Jules,
during.
you're beautiful.
Hi, Miss Jules. I'll still be doing the Sub-Only Lives on Wednesday nights while the grandbabies are here. Yes, because Blanda will be here to be able to watch the kids, so I can do it. But so after this live, I will download.
MS Joel's
Second
Mua.
drop.
Thank you for the heart me. After we do this file folder thing, I will actually download the video and I will post it on YouTube with today's date as a sub-only live for cuss words, so that you guys can go back and watch it if you don't have file folders now. What's going on, Tony?
Scarlet Rose, perfect.
Michelle Collins,
How are you?
Just
I just
watching
say,
too.
Michelle, how are you
Good.
feeling?
Thanks for recording.
Hey, Michelle.
MS Joel's, yay.
Michelle Harold, hello.
Hi, guys. Hi,
Michelle
welcome
Way.
in. But Michelle C, how are you feeling?
Roseanne Riggins, I'm going to use manila envelopes. Lol, it'll make it work.
Absolutely, girl.
Shell Alpers
Absolutely.
33, hi.
Hi, beautiful.
Lady Lurie at Michelle Column, hope you are getting a little better.
Feel terrible, but today I'm
Carlene
staying awake.
Barletta Trembeth
Aw,
at Michelle
what's up,
Column, I
Lil?
hope you are starting to feel
Hi,
a little better.
Victoria. Yes, I hope
Michelle
that you
Collins,
get
feel
better
terrible, but today I
quickly.
stayed awake.
Lily,
I'm
what's
glad.
up?
Not a whole
Victoria,
lot,
hello,
woman.
everyone. Hi,
Did
Sabrina.
Hi, beautifuls. So it is two file folders, y'all. We are going to make a book. This is a great way for somebody who does not like to sew. This is a great way to make a little flip book. Kind of like the file folder book that we did once before, but this is a little bit different. This is smaller in size. But we are going to make a little book. So we got 26 peeps in here. Thank you, Miss Scarlett, for the roses. I appreciate it. But again, if you guys don't have file folders right now, just so that you know, the dollar store does have vanilla or manila envelopes, or I'm not manila envelopes, file folders. They do have them. I think it's a pack of 4 for $1.25. That's where I got mine for today because I couldn't find my other ones. Hi, Debbie. Welcome in. Welcome in. But they do have file folders for sale at the Dollar Tree.
Scarlet
Dollar
Rose
Tree.
waiting for payday, then I'm hitting the Dollar Tree.
Girl, yes, the Dollar
Lily
Tree.
also check is on Prime.
Yes.
DHI, ladies.
Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome in. What's going on? What's going on? So like I said, after we do this video, I will upload it to Sabrina's Windows YouTube channel so that you can go back and watch it at any time. So that way there, if you don't have file folders today, and when you do get file folders, you're able to do this. So we are only going to use one file folder right now. And so what we're going to do is every file folder has these lines for expanding purposes. Okay, so you have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. One was where it's folded, and the other one, the outside one, is where we're gonna fold it again. Okay, so then that, you'll have that.
Michelle W. Becca says hi.
Hi, Becca. How are you, beautiful? Or how are you feeling? So you'll have that space right there, okay, so that you know where the folds are, okay? But we're gonna, after you do that, you are gonna completely open it up, that it's flat. Let me make some room on my desk. Let me zoom out a little bit, okay? So what we're going to do is you have your, you're going to open it so that it is the other way, so that that crease is up and down. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to fold it. Hi, Miss
The
Anita.
Soul Chamber, aka TI, where can't figure out how to see chat on my PC. Lol.
So the chat on the PC is a little harder than it is on a tablet. I don't know why they do it that way, but
Michelle Roman 27. What do you mean?
okay. So how
Lady
big
Larry,
is the
how
file
big
folder?
Is the file folder?
It's a regular file
The Soul
folder.
Chamber, aka Tia Lori Lady. Michelle Roman 27 up and down.
Yes. So this is your file folder. Here's your rounded piece and your other piece. And it doesn't matter if it's on the end, in the middle, or on the other end where this little tab is. It doesn't matter what position it's in. So what you're going to do is when you open it up and you have that.
Can you just measure mine as extra on my thing?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no perfect measurements. In all seriousness, it really doesn't matter. And the reason being is because of, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Like this is what, 12, not quite 12 inches. It's a 1/4 of an inch shy of 12 inches. Yeah, it doesn't matter if even if it's a legal size, it's perfectly fine. You can use it. Hi, Miss Lady Sway. But even if it's a legal file folder, it doesn't matter. It's going to be folded in a way that it's truly not going to matter.
That is what mine is legal size.
Yep, you're good. Doesn't matter. So what we did was, because like I said, all file folders have that expanding, those little lines where you can fold it
Lady
to
Sway,
expand.
good evening, beautiful.
Good evening. So what we're going to do is we have the one where it's already comes from the manufacturer creased. You're going to go to that outside crease and you're going to fold that over so that you create this. Okay? So you can see where the seams are. Miss Wiener's in the house.
Michelle W. Becca said she is doing good. Just tired.
Aw. I'm glad that she's doing okay. All right, so once we get this space on the file folders at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay it.
I'm still sorry, I am back.
No, don't be sorry, Miss Jules. You are absolutely fine. So when we lay it down, right, we're going to lay it down. This is my tab side. All right. I'm going to open this up so that it is the seam is vertical to me. So the vertical is going to be facing towards you. Thank you for the roses. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to fold it up to the very top. Make sure it's even. And then you're going to fold that over. Okay, so you're going to be lengthwise. Okay. Thank you, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can't lift you guys up higher so you can see exactly what I mean. So here's my thing folded out. Okay, I came all the way up to the top. So here you can see my tab. And I just folded it up so that it's long ways. Thank you for the follow. so that it is completely sideways. Okay. Everybody got a thumbs up? Everybody good? Everybody has it folded in lengthwise? Yay! Good, good, good. Woo woo. Perfect. Beautiful.
Lady Larry, good.
Yay! Okay. So then what we're going to do is we are going to open that back up flat. And then the side with the tab. Thank you, Miss Lady Sway. So the side with the tab, we are going to fold over, okay, our first crease where it was the manufacturer's crease, we're going to fold it over just slightly before, hold on, let me zoom you guys in so that you can see what I mean. Just slightly before that crease, okay? So here is, where's my marker? Where is my marker? Okay, so here is the manufacturer's crease, okay? Here is the crease that I created on the outside. This is the crease we just made. Okay. This is my flap, my tab. I'm going to take that and I'm going to fold this over so that my top is even, but I have a little, here's my, hold on, I'll show you. So it's easy. It's hard to see because this is the color is all the same.
Emotional damage.
Thank you for the follow. Okay, so there's my crease so that my flap is just, there's a little bit of space right there between my flap and where that crease is because we don't want it to fold over on top of itself. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead, let me zoom back out. We're going to go ahead and we are going to fold that. Crease that over. Hi, crazy cat lady. And then we're going to take this side and we're going to do the same thing going from the bottom, okay, because my tab hole is at the top.
Crazy cat lady, hello, sweetie.
Hello, darling. And we're going to take that, we're going to fold that over to where that is just before that crease, okay, same thing that we did up here. And then we're going to go ahead and fold that over. Okay, so that it's like a big taco. All right. Everybody give me a thumbs up. I am doing absolutely fabulous. It's been a beautiful day today. It's raining right now.
Hoffman Stationery and Lil.
You got your taco. You got your taco. Yay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to open that up completely. And again, here is my crease that I just created. But Lady Lord, you see why even a legal size
taco ready.
hot dog.
Okay.
That's fine, honey. This will be downloaded and uploaded to YouTube later on tonight. And then here's where I made my second crease. But whether
Lady
it's
Lurie, totally get it.
yeah, so whether it's legal size or not, it does not matter. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our scissors, okay? We're going to grab our scissors. And then we're also going to grab our second file folder and we are going to use the tab to create the corners, okay? To create more tabs on these, Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and on the side that has the tab, we are going to cut down this line that we just creased. Okay, go ahead and cut that line. I didn't draw my line straight, so I'm just going to stay on the line. Until you get to that crease. Until you get to that crease so that you have a flap. Okay? So you're going to cut up until you hit that crease where you want to cross the center so that you have a flap that comes up just like that. Okay, okay.
Carlene Barletta trembeth if my tab is on the bottom. Do I cut from the top down?
It doesn't matter.
Or does it matter?
Nope, it doesn't matter.
Lady Lurie, I love crafting terms.
Lady Lurie, they make me laugh.
I know, me too. Because I can't remember all the terms. I just do whatever. It doesn't, yeah, so it doesn't matter where the tab is. Just go ahead and cut it and fold it up. I don't know all the terms either. I'm just like, just watch me. Look what I can do. All right, everybody got their flap cut. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a pocket. So what we need to decide is how big of a pocket do you want?
MS Joel's love it.
Thank you. So it doesn't
Lady
matter.
Lurie, I have someone wasn't watching, they would think something else.
Right? So it doesn't matter what size pocket you want. If you want a short pocket, if you want a medium-sized pocket, or if you want a tall pocket. But we are going to create a pocket. So I'm going to make a tall pocket. You can make any size pocket. It's all going to be done the same exact way. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to fold it over towards me. And I'm going to crease it where I want to cut it off.
A straight line to save my life wall.
Girl, I can't either. And this, you know what? And you know what's really awesome? This doesn't matter. So your lines could be off and it's not going to matter. It's all still going to work out even if you're not straight. Thank you for the roses, Kristen. So then what I'm going to do is now that I see where I creased my line, okay, let me mark it off so you can see. And again, it doesn't have to be a straight line, y'all. We are human. We're not perfect. I ain't straight either, girl. I'm not straight. My lines are like I'm drunk, but we got this. So what I'm going to do is
Really, I ain't straight.
I don't think any of us are. But I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, okay? And before I cut this off, though, I am going to take my file folder, my second filed folder, and I'm going to create a tab. So I'm going to lay this, my tab, hold on, let me show you guys. Let me make a dark edge around it. Okay, I'm going to take my tab. Let me zoom in. And I'm going to lay my tab here and say I want this tab. So I'm going to do this side, draw a line, trace it. And then I don't want a big tab. I want a little tab. So I'm going to move my file folder over. Sorry, guys. So I just laid it here. Okay, drew my line. I don't want a huge tab. So I am going to go ahead and move my file folder over. I'm going to line it up on my crease. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to draw another line and over until I get to that edge. So now I can go ahead and I can cut this out and I got myself another tab. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this. So now I have another tab. And then this, hold on, let me zoom out. So I want to make sure that this tab this side is straight enough so that when I fold this over, if my paper bends, just like it did right here, then that means I need to trim a little bit off this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim that off now so that it doesn't crease or bend over. I'm just going to cut a little sliver off of it to make sure it's nice and wide enough so that it's not folding on top of itself. So I cut that little piece off and I folded it up. And now when I fold it over, it's not hanging. So it doesn't get caught up and then it's not getting creased. Okay? Yay! And I can throw this piece away. All right, everybody good? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yay! Perfect. Beautiful. Yay! All right.
MS Joel's good.
Woo, woo. All right, guys. Good job, y'all. You guys are awesome. I love y'all. All right. So what we're going to do is, so we can do one of two things. This piece that's here, we can do one of two things. We can either keep it or cut it off. And by keeping it, you're creating a flip up. Okay, so we are going to cut out this little piece right here. We're going to cut this out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And again, make sure that you're on your creases. And you're only going to cut up to the crease in the middle. Okay. Welcome in, Tiny. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Okay, so I cut that off. If you keep this on, this will just be a flip up, okay? But so that it doesn't fold, so you see when I go to fold it, it's really tight. So what I need to do is I need to trim a little bit more off the edge here and a little bit more off the edge here. So what you're going to do is you're going to angle it so that you're not cutting everything off. Where's my marker? I just had it. Oh, there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out narrow down here, right? And I'm going to come up, oops, I'm going to come up and I'm going to cut just a little bit more off. Same thing down here. I'm going to start narrow and come up just a little bit wider as it goes up. Okay. Does that make sense? So then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut off that excess material. Thank you for the heart me. Welcome in. Welcome in. So then I'm going to flip that and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off that extra so that way there it is not folding over and then creasing. And like I said, you're going to go from wide to narrow. What's that? This is a folio? No, you can actually turn this into a book. You can actually turn this into a book, or you can use it as a folio. So I'm going to cut that off. And then, like I said, go from wide to narrow. Okay, let me flip it back around. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so now you can see I have that little bit of space here and a little space here so that when I fold it over on top of itself, and then I fold it over on top of itself, it's not crinkling. It's not folding over on itself. So when you go to put paper on it and decorate it, it's not folding on top of itself. So it doesn't crease anything. That's why you need to cut a little bit of that off so that you're not folding it on top of itself and it's not too tight. Okay, everybody a thumbs up when you've got to that point. And again, if you want to take the flip up off, you can cut it off and just have just an image here. That's it. Okay. All right. So again, I want to create a tab here since I'm leaving this on. I want to do a tab just like I did over here. But say you could either do the tab on the side, the tab at the top, or on the other side. If you want to do it on a side, what you're going to do is, again, you're going to take your file folder, your second file folder, and say, I want to create my tab here on the top. And again, I don't want to make a full tab. I only want to make a small tab. I can do that. So, or you can do it across the top here and make a tab, but just use the edges of that tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my file folder here on the side. I'm going to trace this and I'm going to create my tab. And then I'm going to move my folder up a little bit so my tab is small. And then I'm going to go ahead and only draw to where this, to where this tip is. Hold on, let me get a good angle here, y'all, because I'm not working on a flat surface. I'm holding it up in the air. I'm only going to create it to here. And then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to draw a straight line down. And then I'm going to cut off all of this. And I'm going to cut off that. Okay? That's how you could create a tab. Let me grab another.
Holly 1975. Hey girl,
thank
I sent you a message on
yes,
the wall about my order.
Yep, it's going out tomorrow, womans. It's going out tomorrow. Yours and Ari's. Yours and Ari's goes out tomorrow morning, babes. And I'm sorry, I thought I did message you back, but I apologize if I didn't. Hi, Miss Owl. Yay, I know. Wait till you see.
Them and more yay.
Yay, I know. I put some goodies in there for you guys because it did take me a while to get them out. But I got my second printer yesterday, so I was up finishing up the orders last night. So I'm going to cut off this little piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut off this piece here as well so I can create that tab. I think pretty much everybody's order that went out late. I gave everybody some goodies. And until I get to that crease, and then I'm just going to cut the crease part.
LS Perch Creations 10. I'm about to do my first battle.
Yay! That's awesome. It's just a very friendly battle, Owl. It really is. It's just to meet other creators within the agency. It's a great way to be seen.
At Owl's Perch Creations. Tina, me too.
So then we have
Scarlet Rose can't wait to get my journal.
Yes, girl. All right, so then we have that tab, and we also have this tab.
Stationery, Angela.
All right, so then we move on to the next part, which is these two flaps here. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to cut down this line from the crease down to the edge, or vice versa, from down the edge up to the crease. Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome, welcome. But Miss Polly, I apologize if I forgot to text you back, but I thought I did. It's been a little bit of a crazy day today. But I apologize. I thought I did message you back, so I'm sorry. Okay, so again, this flap, this one here, I'm going to go ahead and again, I'm going to create a pocket for this one though. So I'm going to fold it down to where I want my pocket. Okay, and where is my marker? I just had it. So here's where my pocket is. Okay, and again, because when you bend this over, you're going to be hitting these folds. We need to trim this down as well as this. So I need to go and trim a little bit off here. And I need to trim a little bit off here. And then this gets trimmed off. Okay. So I'm going to flip this around. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim that piece off.
Michelle Roman 27, sorry, I missed a step.
That's okay, Michelle. We just folded it over to we're going to make a pocket on this one. It's just folding it up and folding it over to how high you want your pocket. And then you have to trim off a little bit on the sides of each side, so that way there, when you're closing it up, you're not catching it and folding it over on itself down to the crease. And then you're going to cut that little piece off. So then it will be, so then your pocket, when you go to close it, it's not folding. And when you go to close it on this side, again, it's not folding on top of itself, so that this part, this side of this flap doesn't bend. Because when it's too tight, it will catch this and it will bend this part. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down.
Emotional.
Thank you for the follow. I'm going to glue down each side. You see how much of a separation I have between these two? So it's the same space as if the other flap was still attached here. So I have a little bit of a space between it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my glue.
MS Jules, yes.
Yes, girl, yes. And I'm going to glue down one side and down the other side. And then I could go ahead and fold that up. Little too much glue. All right. And then what we're going to do is on this side, we have that little, well, we have the thing here, but that's okay. I'm just going to fold this up. And I see that I am going to have to cut a little bit off of this edge because it is going to get caught when this gets folded over. But I actually want to flip it around the other side. I'm going to flip around the other side. So do you see what I did? I just flipped it to the back. I flipped it to the back instead of the front, so that this can flip this way. Does that make sense? So again, there's my pocket that we just created. I have my flap, and instead of flipping it up, I'm actually going to flip it to the back. Okay. Everybody good? Yay! Hot dang, good girl. Good job. Perfect. Okay, so then we have this. We're going to flip, we're going to push that in.
Lady Murray, yes, Miss Sabrina.
Woo woo. Okay, and then we have our middle, right? This is our spine right here. That's our spine. So now what you can do is, if you want to create another tab, if you want that little piece of one of the pieces of scrap paper or another piece of paper, for example. Now you can decorate it any way that you want to. And if you actually wanted to add a signature in here, if you want to sew paper in here, like a lined paper or something, you can actually use this piece, that spine piece, to sew one single signature in it. But you have all these little flip outs to be able to put stuff in. And if you wanted to, you can actually do it this way. You can fold this in, flip that up. So you can do a lot of different things with this. If you want to fold that up, fold that
Lady
over.
Sweeney Mom loves doing things like this.
Flip it over the other way so that you can create different little, like if you wanted this to be a pocket here, unfortunately you can't because you wouldn't be able to open it here. So this would be a flip, so you can put a little piece of Velcro. You know what I'm saying? So this you could put like a little piece of Velcro to open that up, and then that
Becky,
can
I'm
open.
sad. I missed this. I'm gonna have to order some folders.
That's okay. It will be, Becky, it'll be downloaded and put on YouTube to watch later. So you can flip these however you want. So play with it. So that way, and like I said, you can add just a single signature here on the spine itself if you wanted to, or you don't have to put anything at all.
Becky, okay, good.
There's actually enough room in there to be able to add a lot of
Lily,
ephemera.
you can use paper too, Becky. Just make
Yes.
your own tabs.
Absolutely. You can make your own tabs. And here, like say, I wanted to.
If you have an envelope punch, you can make tabs with it as well.
Absolutely. I just did it this way in case you didn't have a punch, or like I have mine, but not everybody has one. So that's why I said 2 file folders, because you use one to trace and one to write with, to write on, to actually fold up. But you can add a piece of paper as a tab. So for example, I wanted a tab here.
1961. Is there any way you can add signatures without sewing, or will the little book not close?
Minnie, unfortunately, you would probably have to sew something in here, or what you could do is that you can go ahead and glue something here. Like say you have a bunch of sheets of paper and you glue them on top of each other. Like, hold on, let me show you for example. Like say this is full size. I can take and put a little line of
Shannon
glue
Beebe on the
here.
lookout for an envelope from Sabrina Face with peeking eye.
I can put a little glue here at the top. I can glue it to the top.
Manila ENV. Does not work the best lol. But I got the idea when
Yes.
I folded some sides were bigger.
And then, yeah, it doesn't matter because they all end up fitting together. So say that's my single piece of paper. So I'm going to take my next piece of paper. I'm going to glue across the top. Or you can use brads. Doesn't matter.
Emotional
Stick that on
damage.
top. And then just keep layering until you get the thickness that you want. So this is a great way to use scrap pieces of paper.
Where did you get it?
This is the paper that I actually used
Roseanne
on this
Riggins,
morning's
T.Y.
journal.
Sabrina.
Excuse me. I used it on this morning's journal. I don't remember who the artist is, but Ari, if you text me or send me a DM, I'll find out.
Ari
Yes,
reads
you
them
can.
and
You can do
more.
that
I
too.
saw it this morning and loved it.
So you could do that too. If you have paper, right, and you have brads, hear me out. If you have brads just like this, okay, this is also an easy way to do no-sews.
Really, or use a pin thing through the paper?
Yes,
I
so-
forgot what it's called.
A brad. Hold on.
Lily, yes, Brads.
So let me see. Let me grab some pieces of paper. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab something. Okay. Okay. Let's use this for example, and this. Okay. All right. So, say this is my paper. Here's my crease. Okay, I know this is a big envelope.
Carlene
But
Barletta
I can-
Trembethev never thought of using Brad.
Yes, so
Great idea.
I can layer this over. I can measure this. I can put my holes in it where it matches my spine so that my my papers will be the same length as my spine. I will put 2 holes in it, right? For example, I know these are too long. I'm looking for shorter papers. Let's see. Do I have a shorter paper here? Oh, wait. Well, I'm just going to use this. Okay. So, what I can do is I have my folded over paper, okay? And I got to make sure that my paper is not bigger than my square, right? So, I'm going to take that I'm going to layer my papers. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put holes where I want my brads. Okay? Say I want it there and I want it
Killer Bee
there.
Homestead, hello.
Hello, beautiful. And then I'm going to put it here in my spine area, right? Because here's my 2 spaces. Here's my 2 spaces. I'm going to even them out. And then I'm going to take, again, I'm going to punch the hole then through my file folder of where I'm going to put my brads. Okay? And then I'm going to take my brad, I'm going to go to the opposite side, and I'm going to put it in this way. Okay, let me grab another one. Okay, then I'm going to poke it in this way. I'm going to flip
Samantha B loves the bread idea.
Flip it over, and you want to make sure that your brads, when you twist them,
Charlene Barletta
until they're
from
up
Between
and
the Swamp.
down. Until they're up and down, okay? So that is a no-so. Oops. And again, you add as many papers as you want. Just use the brads, and then there you go. Fold it over, go over the other way, fold it over. So then you're creating that same taco. So your brads are in the middle. So you can very easily open these up and replace the papers. So say that's my signature. And I want to fold this over, fold it up, fold that over, fold that to the back, whatever. So these are very versatile.
Homestead, will you be posting this video?
Yes, after I'm done, yes ma'am. So then here's my pocket. Here's my pocket. Okay, so I have a pocket and I have flip outs. And again, you can flip this up, flip it out, whatever you want. Whatever you want to do, or you flip it this way, doesn't matter. Move this over, flip that up.
Homestead, hey lady.
So there, you can flip it any way that you want. Whatever you feel like. And there you go. Easy peasy.
Carlene Barletta
Little tiny book.
So stinking cute.
Thank you.
Killer Bee Homestead at Michelle.
And like I said, there's my brads on my spine from where my papers are. So that's all you need. Isn't that cute?
Homestead looks easy enough.
Yes, it's very, very easy. It's just using one file folder. I know I said 2, but I use one to create my tabs.
Lady Sway, that's absolutely adorable.
Thank you. I'm surprised it said it out loud. That's too funny.
Samantha B, super cute idea.
That is too funny. Lady Sway, did you see that? It actually read her message out
Killer
loud.
Bee Homestead at Lady Sway.
That is too funny.
Mimi 1961. Thanks so much, Sabrina.
Absolutely,
I knew there
guys.
had to be a way to do it.
Lady Sway OM, Gongo MG, me too.
I'm freaking cracking up laughing. That was okay. Lady Sway, you got to do that again. You got to do that again.
Lady Sway, you gotta do it again. LMAO, absolutely.
Okay, say do it again. Do it again because it read it in a different voice and it was really fast. Oh, it blocked her. Hold on. Let me unblock you. There
Lady sway abso-fucking-lutely.
I love it. At least now we know how to cuss.
Carmack, I love this. I have so many folders.
Oh my God, that's
Killer
so
B.
funny.
Homestead lol. Michelle 911L Mao.
Yeah, let the
Well,
shenanigans
Michelle
begin.
offers 33 great.
But this is awesome
Lady
because
I've been saying that since I was 16.
Hello.
hello, my love. But like I said, you have layers, so you can actually layer this with your paper and lace or whatever. If you want something sticking out, you can do it grungy, steampunk. Use some cardboard, layer it up. And like I said, using the brads for your signatures instead of sewing will be perfect. And like I said,
If a manila folder does work well, what kind do you get?
MS Joel's slogan.
These are from the Dollar Tree. I'm just saying. I don't buy anything. These aren't fancy. These are just craft paper. These are just very, very cheap full file folders. It's not. I mean, this I actually think I got it from.
Very helpful. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely.
Mimi 1961.
Actually, you know what?
I have to go buy Brad.
Okay, you can actually get brads very inexpensive from they were 99 cents. Let me think, what was the name of the store that I got these from? It was 99 cents for a little pack of them. And if Mimi, you know what, Mimi, since I'm sending out your order tomorrow, I can send you a couple of brads in a little envelope. Because I haven't put the label on your order yet. The bag's not sealed. So I could throw a couple brads in there for you. Let's see, what do I have? Ugh. Hold on. Like I have a box of these.
MS Joel's, I need to get some too.
Yes, I got these from the Azon. They have different sizes. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizes of brads. These are just the black. I think they're like black. So I have the really big
MS
ones.
Thanks for showing us.
Absolutely. So I can do that with papers on a really big book. Or
MS Joel's wow.
like, see, here's
Lady, where did you buy the glue?
the glue Azon. It's a 4-pack.
You'll have to look at the other site. Do I owe you money?
No, you don't owe me money. No, Miss Mimi, you don't owe me any money. You already paid for your order. Your paper order is going to be going out tomorrow. I just said that the bag's not sealed. So I will throw some brads in there. I ain't worried about brads, girl. But look, there's the sizes, y'all. And then all those sizes come in one box. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
MS Joel's wow.
I love that.
MS Joel's so cool.
But I got these off the Azon. I think this whole entire box was $8. Yeah. They're not thumbtacks though. They are actually brads. See, they split open.
Gary Carmack, those look like thumbtacks.
Yep. Nope. They're pretty big. These are great for the spine of a really big book. Because these are, how many centimeters are these? Hold on. Where is my ruler? These are, there's the centimeter. They're a little bit more than 1 centimeter. These are rounded. Now, I do have flat ones.
MS Joel's, I've never seen anything like that.
Yes. They also have flat ones. Now these are TM or TH. Y'all know who that is. I can't say it out loud because we're on a sub-only live. But the TIMHOLTZ, that's what these brads are from. So they're flat on the one side or on the back side. But that's it. Very, very, very simple. But like I said, you can use these. Oh, guess what, y'all? My husband just brought me iced water. And holy smokes.
Even cut it off for you.
He brought me ribs. He made ribs and cut it off the bone. Oh, that was so nice.
Rose love TH brands.
Thank you.
You're welcome, babe.
He brought me ribs.
I kept the bones.
Lady Lori, I am still waiting, Blanda.
Ha!
$33
Lady Lori
so
said
sweet.
she's still waiting. Don't give Pause anything because he's had diarrhea all day.
Okay.
I've had to clean up like 5 piles of
You're in the
poop.
land down under?
Okay.
Oh,
MS Joel's AWW.
who is in the land down under? Who was in the land down under? Not Blanda.
Victoria AWW, so nice weather.
MS Joel's at Victoria Hyacinth, Baja.
Kim D, where did you find the tiny brads you used for the clown journal, please?
Oh, you're talking to Miss Jules being from the land of down under.
Crazy cat
Jesus
lady,
criminy.
thank you, Blanda.
MS Joel's me.
1961, Sabrina keeps him under the stairs.
Yeah.
Barletta Trembeth Low, I thought we were talking about Blanda.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
MS Joel's
I'm sorry, Miss Jules. I'm sorry, Miss Jules. I thought they were talking about my husband. I'm like, no, he has not been to the land down under at all. I about choked on my rib.
MS Joel's don't be.
Oh, for the love of baby Jesus. But anyway, I'm telling you guys, this is like a very easy, quick little
Joel's on you.
I know, right? Throw together little thing. It is nothing. It's nothing crazy. I know, right? It's like me telling Gammy to choke on her coffee. Oh, for the love of baby Jesus. But like I said, this is so versatile. Again, it's just simple flip ups and flip outs. It's not, you can make pockets if you want to, flip it, fold it, however you want to.
MS Joel's, I love what we made.
Yes, and like I said, you can decorate this with other papers, and if you really wanted to, now that you know how to make it, if you want to cover it before you actually fold it. 2 back-to-back classes tonight. Why, Scarlett? Where are you going tonight? What other class are you going to?
Lady Maria, I'm decorating already.
Yes, girl.
Victoria, I'm enjoying these that are so versatile and quick to do.
Absolutely. What? It took us an hour?
Killer Bee Homestead, I can do this at the hospital.
Absolutely. You don't have to have really any tools
Scarlett
except
Rose, I'm
scissors.
halfway through my BA in accounting online.
Yay! Congratulations! Good luck, girl. My daughter-in-law is
SEARLETTROSE, congrats.
just got her BA last year in accounting.
Lily, my daughter, brought me pizza. She's my Blanda.
Aww. That's the way to keep them in line, Miss Lil.
MS Joel's at SCARLETTROSE. Good luck, sweetie. Carlene Barletta Trembeth at SCARLETTROSE. That's awesome.
I love
Way to go.
that. Yes, congratulations.
Lilia.
I love that. But like I said, these are great. Okay, and hear me out,
Mimi
y'all.
1961 Lucy, my dog didn't bring me anything.
Oh, damn it! Then you need to train her differently, Miss May. But these are like really great Christmas gifts. So like I can make a bunch of these. Like I can do like what do they call that? Gosh dang it. an assembly line. I could do an assembly line with these. So I can fold them all up and then cut them and then go ahead and start. And I can measure all the measurements, cut all my papers. Thank you for the follow. Cut all my papers.
1961. My doggy's name is Lucy as well.
Oh, really?
Scarlet Rose, I only had a month between associates and BA and get 1 week off every 10 weeks. I'm tired long.
Oh, girl, I can imagine. I can imagine. That is insane. But seriously, you can leave a little bit of an edge around the outside. Just measure, because they're all going to be the same inches. All the measurements are going to be the same where all your folds are. The only difference is going to be like where your tabs are and your whatever your pockets are, your flip outs. If you made pockets or tabs, that's going to be the only difference. So you can cut them multiple at a time. And these make great little why can't I talk English today? Christmas gifts or stocking stuffers for the family, and it doesn't take much. And 2 little brads to do your signatures, and you can do lined paper, and then they can open the brads and replace the paper at any time or refill them back up. So it makes a quick little thing. You could even do something like a little thing, a recipe. Lord have mercy. A little recipe book or a little phone number book or a pocket little calendar, whatever. I mean, this is extremely versatile. So what do you guys think? Easy peasy? Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Mimi 1961, have you been drinking? Well, if not, you need to have a drink.
I just did, Mimi.
Michelle 911, are you stroking out on us tonight? Lol.
No, I'm not stroking out. Hold on, let me turn y'all around. Flip camera. I'm not stroking out, but I will say I'm doing fabulous. No alcohol. I have not had alcohol in quite some time. It is pouring out raining, y'all. And my eyes are a little red because I was not crying all day, FYI, but my eyes were all red today because I cried so much yesterday.
At Michelle_911 writes she can't talk.
I can't speak English, not today for some reason. But do you hear the rain? It's pouring out raining. It is thundering really bad. But anyway, but like I said,
It's going to be raining all day here in Houston.
Oh, yeah, it didn't start until probably about an hour ago.
Yeah, but that's so peaceful.
It is very peaceful, especially being here on the 3rd floor. It's very quiet. And it's very quiet up here, and then you hear the rain hitting the ceiling, hitting the roof.
With smoke here from surrounding fires. Send us rain.
Ooh, girl, yes. Definitely need some rain. Like I said, it's an easy peasy little book, and it's a great way, especially for people who want a small project that's not going to take them a lot of time, but
Michelle,
you can use
911,
scrap
okay.
papers.
Your smile looks good. You're just speech impaired tonight.
I am very much speech impaired. Girl, it's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy day.
Harry Carmack, thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. And like I said, I will download the video and I will post it up to YouTube so you can back and look at it later. But like I said, you can use scrap pieces of paper because I don't know about you guys, but I keep all my little scrappy scraps and I like to reuse them. So like this would be a great project for that. And especially, book pages, scrap pieces of paper. You don't have to use brand new pieces of paper. You can do like a little Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, as Gammy would say. Mod Podge. And just do like you would a master board and just glue down some strips of paper that are mismatched, and then put like a cutout person on the front of it.
I bought some colored folders to try those lol.
I love that. I like the craft paper ones, and these are a lot lighter than the other craft paper ones. The other craft paper ones are a heavier cardstock.
Are you in Houston?
but I like them. I love these quick little projects that doesn't take a lot of time, that I can actually mass produce them, so I can make a couple at a time. I mean, it still takes a little bit of time, but still, we did that one in just an hour. So, okay, question. So next week, I'm thinking about doing something kind of like this, but a little bit more complicated, with a file folder. So, or do you guys want to do, I know I'm asking and I probably shouldn't. That's why it's called a scavenger hunt. Hey, Miss Eska, welcome in. So instead of doing, thank you for the heart, me. So instead of doing a file folder, what would you guys think about doing some scrap paper and doing some ephemera? We could do like ephemera clusters.
Step 3, did you see my text?
No, I
Melissa's
didn't.
daughter is sick.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Miss Eska, because I had a sub only live tonight anyway.
Either way.
Cello Press 33, yes, ephemera. Lily,
I had a sub only live, so it's all good.
ephemera.
Okay, perfect. So then how about we do this? How about if we dig through our scrap papers, any scrap lace, any scrap fabric that you want to use.
Victoria, I want to do it all.
We will do it all. We will do it all. Just not all in one day. So then why don't we do this?
Colleen, Trembeth, Carrie Carmack, really. I'm in Manville.
What was that? I want to do it all. Oh, in Manville. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't see that, Carlene. I was like, wait, what did she just say?
_911. Hi,
But
friend.
I'm seriously, so for next Wednesday, y'all, 6 p.m. Eastern, like I said, we're going to keep continuing to do our Sub-Only Lives on
Lady
Wednesday.
Lurie, are you saying do a project in a couple of sessions?
You want something bigger, or do you guys want to stick with something quick and fun? You tell me. This is y'all's sub live. This isn't about me. It's about you guys. I just figured, like, the scavenger hunt thing has been really fun. Okay.
Carrie Cormac, quick and fun.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll solve this.
Love my wieners, Janine, quick and fun.
It's okay. I'll solve this. Hold on. Let me do a poll.
Amber, quick and fun.
I'll solve this. Hold on. Let me do a poll.
Amber, quick and fun.
Really,
Let's
don't
see.
be getting him excited. Let a trumpet lead your dog off.
Lady Lurie, I was just confused. Sorry, everyone.
Okay, no, don't be sorry.
Carrie and I live very close.
Okay,
and I got excited.
hear me out. Okay, so for the star, I'm going to post it here in a second. There's going to be 60 seconds. You can vote multiple times. For the star, it's quick and easy. For the heart, it'll be a 2-week class. So we'll do something that'll take us two sessions to do. So 2 Wednesdays in a row. Okay? Here we go. Go ahead and vote. Right there. Heart, quick and easy, star, quick and easy, heart, over 2 Wednesdays. We can do it either way.
Willie Star.
60 seconds. We're at 30 seconds. 25 seconds. 23.
Smartass mama, what are you doing?
We're doing a poll.
QB, the chicken is happy.
Three, 2, 1. Beep. All right, guess who won? We got quick and easy. Y'all. So, next Wednesday, And I'm sorry that I was eating in front of y'all. I didn't mean to. I was hungry. But anyway, so next Wednesday, that's what we'll do.
Samantha, bye, like it quick and easy.
What's going on, Miss Steph? Hi, Carla.
Smart as Mama, I'm hungry too.
I know. Girl, I was surprised he made ribs. So then next Wednesday, that's what we'll do. So next Wednesday, go through your scrap papers. Okay? Go through your scrap papers.
Scarlet Rose,
grab
my
a
dinner
couple of
is in the
paper
oven. I'm
clips.
starving, lol.
I can imagine.
Lily at Samantha B.
So grab a couple of paper clips, grab a bulldog clip, whatever. Grab some laces, grab some fabric, grab whatever your little heart desires. Just grab a bunch of scrappy scraps. That's all you need. Nothing crazy. And we'll do some ephemera clusters.
Smart ass mama snack.
And a snack. And a snack. Definitely want to bring a snack.
Scarlet Rose
Bulldog clips. Yeah, do you know what they look like? I can show you.
Scarlet Rose Bowl.
Hold on. Let me grab one. That's if you have them. You don't have to have them.
Scarlet Rose, no.
Okay.
Becky, nope, I don't.
Hold on. It's okay if you don't. It's not necessary. Hold on. I'll show you what they look like.
Smart ass mama, she's so stinking cute.
I know I am. Okay. So you don't have to have bulldog clips, but I'm saying if you do have them, I can show you what we can do with them. These are bulldog clips. That's what a bulldog clip is. That's it. Just a little clippy clip. Like for chips. Yes.
Lady Lurie at Smart Ass Mama, thank you.
You're
That
welcome.
was such a lovely compliment.
AMBERI have some of those, but they're tiny.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can
Lily, I
still
have
use
small
them.
ones of those.
That's okay. You can still use them. I can show you how to use them.
Scarlet Roseau, I didn't know what those were called.
Clipboard clips.
I've been calling
It's close.
clipboard clips.
It's close. It's
Smart
very
ass mama is
close.
Lady Lurie lol. Reward.
Okay, you smartass mama, are you being a pain in somebody's butt? Are you harassing Lady Lori? I'm sure you are. So that's what you'll do. So next Wednesday, like I said, just grab some scrap pieces of paper. We'll do some ephemera clusters. No, it's the other way around. Okay. Wow. Lady Lori is actually the one who's harassing smartass mama. Sam, you're actually being a good girl. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Not gonna lie.
Smart ass mama, I bring it the best in people.
Right? We all know that you're a troublemaker, but I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked. All right, so I will upload this video to YouTube. And then for those of you who didn't have a file folder, then you guys can go back and look at the video. And then I will actually, after I get off this live, I will post a thing for the sub only video, giving you like a list of stuff that you can grab. Thank you, Miss Janine, Miss Wainers. And then we can do some ephemera clusters. So, like I said, scrap papers. And come on, guys. We all know that we have a box of this shit sitting around. Let's use it. Let's do some clusters.
Samantha B, thank you for teaching
the
us cool
hand
things.
hearts. Absolutely. And like I said, I love quick little easy projects. That doesn't take a whole lot. And we're using stuff like if you don't have paper, we all have paper. We all have scraps. Hell, we even have those little books that we all were buying from Moo Moo, those little paper packs that aren't very big at all, and everybody's like, okay, what the hell do we do with them? Well, this is an easy way to get to use them, and you, like I said, you can give them as a gift, whatever. Like I said, around the holidays, these are great stocking stuffers. If I want to put a picture on there of my grandbabies, like with them out playing in the snow and building a snowman, I can put I can antique one of their pictures, and I can put that on the front cover, and I can layer that with, you know, some scrap pieces of muslin, and also the strings that come off of material. I keep them to create little nests. Yes, you could even do them the same size as the matchbook. Absolutely. Absolutely. So they're very versatile. Like I said, you just flip them and flop them however you want. Whether or not you want it as a pocket or a flip out is completely up to you. But they are so easy and so versatile. And you're just using scrap papers to put on the top of them. Because it is smaller than a 5x7. It's, how big is this? 4 inches on one side by 5 3/4 inches on the front cover, and on the back it is 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. So it's like a 5x5 pad. That's all you need. Scraps. That's it. That's it. All right, y'all, I'm going to download this video. I'm going to get it up on YouTube, and I will see you guys on, well, wait, will I be here on Friday? It depends on what time my grandsons are coming. But if my grandsons aren't going to be here till late in the afternoon, I will be on Friday morning. Have a great evening. I will actually make a post. If I'm not going to be on, I will make a post beforehand. But
Michelle 911, have a great night, everyone.
You have a great night as well.
Love my I am probably Janine, have a good night.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything going on tonight?
Michelle 911, love you.
I love you too. Thank you, guys. Oh, and by the way, thank you to everybody who participated in getting me the printer. Thank you. I greatly appreciate y'all. You guys have no idea. Like I said, I am a giver. I'm not a receiver. I'm not very good at receiving
someone
things.
Remind me if she is gonna be on Friday. I forgot today was Wednesday.
Yeah, it is Wednesday already. But I wanted to say thank you. That was very, very kind of y'all, and I greatly appreciate it. That was a very beautiful gift. It was a very beautiful gift. But I'm happy though, because guess what? It's not taking me forever. It's not taking me forever today.
Barletta Trembeth, I sent you a message on WA.
All right, thank you, Miss Carlene. I'll check after we get off.
Good night, everyone.
Absolutely.
You guys are all amazing.
I love you all. You guys are freaking awesome. But I love y'all, and I will see. Like I said, if I'm not going to be on Friday, I'll make a post so that you guys know not to look for me on Friday. But I'm not sure what time the boys are coming. So if they're not coming until late in the afternoon, I'll go ahead and hop on with y'all. But otherwise, have a good one. Mwah. See you guys later. Bye, y'all.